All right, let's look at some modeling here on Hurricane Joaquin. And spoiler alert, it's trending to the worst case scenario. But it's still early, a few days away, so a lot can change. You can see the dates on the bottom. And then Wednesday 12, so this is a 12Z run Wednesday. So I'm going to show you some past runs and then the newest one that just came out, right before I started making the video. So it's a little different than the normal model. The blue is pressure decrease, red is pressure increase. Doesn't really matter, just like the way this one looked. So you could see Saturday, UTC, obviously, it's picking up, starts heading north, and then it takes it into North Carolina. So this was the run midday yesterday. And these, I don't know if I mentioned these are this is the GFS model. So now this is the 18Z run, so this came out after the one we just looked at, 6 hours later. They do a run every 6 hours, so I'm just going to go through them and show you how the track has been trending. So again, takes it up a little bit farther north, but still hooks it into the Outer Banks on October 4th, Sunday. So as we get set to look here at the 0Z run on Thursday, I just want to point out, as you can see right now, it's sitting just to the east of Cuba. And then you can see on this run, it starts to head towards the worst case scenario. So you see it takes it a little bit farther east out to sea and then hooks it right into DC, Philly, and New York, which, if you've been paying attention, the Pope went to Cuba, DC, New York, and then Philly. And that is right where this storm is now projected to go. So now this is the most recent model, just came out. It's a Thursday, the 6Z run. And you can see again, starts to take it out to sea. And then right around the Outer Banks area, it hooks it back. But again, north. And this one, again, worst case. Look at that. Look at that. So that Monday, October 5th, is the worst case scenario. That's Hurricane Sandy right there, hitting off coast of New Jersey, Long Island, piling the water up there into that 90-degree angle. That's devastation. So this is the new GFS model. There's two of them, the new GFS 0.25. Not really sure what that means. And again, this is going to show the same thing as the last two old school GFS model runs. Takes a little bit out to sea, misses North Carolina, and then hooks it right into the major metropolitan area. Again, pushing it north onto Long Island, just like the other two. That would completely devastate the barrier beaches. Hurricane Sandy all over again. This is the Canadian model. And then I'm going to show you the European right after this. And just in fairness, this is going to show it head into the south, into North Carolina again. So this one hasn't picked up a trend northward yet. For all we know, the GFS models may come back farther south. Or you're about to see on the European model here, it just kicks it straight out to sea, doesn't even have it coming anywhere close to land. And the European has been very consistent with that, as you can see here. And these are 24-hour pictures. You can see right out to sea, then it hooks it north, but then goes right back out. So this here would be the worst case scenario. I mean, I lived through Hurricane Sandy. I used to live on Long Island, and that was something, man. I've been through more powerful storms with stronger winds, and it hardly rained with Sandy at all where I was, like hardly at all. But that didn't stop hundreds and thousands of trees from being knocked down. We lost power for a week. I mean, I was lucky. My house was fine. But still, there's something about a hurricane. It's not just a normal storm with the warm core, and it I don't know, creates a field around it, and just there's something about a hurricane that makes it different than other storms. So even if the winds are 80 miles an hour, they're not 150. It's different. It's just different. So if this track does hold, I'm sure it's just a huge coincidence and nothing more, just a coincidence, that the storm is picking up strength right next to Cuba and then is going to head to DC, Philly, and New York. Just a coincidence. Has nothing to do with anything that just happened last week.